Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome back to the Daily Angel Guidance Message. I'm Ramona Remisat, Intuitive Guidance Coach, Angel Therapy Practitioner, and I help you get clear on how to tap into, trust, and understand your inner guidance so that you can take fearless action in your life and business. We have Miss Mila here today. She came to say hi. She's looking out the window because we got lots of bunny rabbits running around today. There were just 5 outside and when I took my son to the bus just a little bit ago. So yeah, she's like got big eyes. She's looking out the window. She's definitely wanting to get out there and see what's going on. All right, you want to go down? Alrighty, you're going to stay on my lap for cuddles. So good morning, welcome. It's Tuesday. Quick mention, today is Takeaway Tip Tuesday. I'll be back here at 10 Mountain Time, which is noon Eastern, sharing part 2 of how to go from fear to fab. And I'm going to be sharing with you a specific technique you can use to really combat fear, especially when it's preventing you from moving forward with your purpose. Because that happens to a lot of us, right? We get very excited about moving forward and then fear comes in. We just can't help that. So I want to help you have some tools in your toolbox so that when that happens, it won't stop you. You can still move forward. So part 1 was last week. Today will be part 2, and next Tuesday will be the final part of that series. So that's again today at noon or noon Eastern, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific for Takeaway Tip Tuesday. So for today's message, I'm working today with the Archangel Raphael healing cards, and that is the angel to call on for anything to do with physical and emotional healing. And I just felt very drawn that there's some people out there today who needed kind of some guidance in and around health. And so the card that has come up for today is Detoxification. This is very interesting. Detoxification. It's saying that you can use this sort of prayer invocation to work with Archangel Raphael. It says, "Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals." So as I'm talking about detoxification, I want you to notice, is there something that immediately comes to mind? Is there a substance that you ingest that maybe you know needs to go? It could be something like coffee. It could be something like dairy. It could be something like a drug. It could be alcohol, right? Is there something like that that already you know doesn't have a place in your life, and yet you find that you are sort of, needing it? And if so, that is the first starting point in this detoxification process, right? The first thing to start with. We always seem to have that intuitive knowingness around things that don't really help us, right? Especially when it comes to certain things we eat or certain things we drink. Sometimes we just know it just doesn't sit with me very well, and yet we keep going back to it. So this is that little nudge they're giving you that it's time to clear that out. And if you need help, to call on them, specifically to call on Archangel Raphael to help you with that, to give you that support as you detox. Now, one thing they want to say though is don't go crazy out. Like if you go down any sort of aisle in the health food store or flip through health magazines, you're going to see lots of ads for products that say, detoxify, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of a big buzzword right now. And thing you want to be careful about is a lot of them really, sound like they make sense, from a science side or from a medicine side. But if you have a functioning liver, if you have a functioning set of kidneys, you really don't need to do any kinds of these crazy cleanses or anything like that. Your body already knows what to do. You just need to feed it the right things. So, lots of fresh fruits and lots of fresh vegetables and organic if possible. That is going to be enough to support you in that detoxification process. And of course, some fresh purified water, lemon added to water is really great for your liver, especially first thing in the morning. I always drink a big glass of lemon water. So those are things that you can do naturally to help you. You don't have to go do any of these fancy dancy things. It's just really focusing on what is available to you. The other thing to think about is cleaning up your environment is insofar as the cleaning products that you use. Are you using a lot of chemical-based cleaning products? Could you perhaps switch to some that are more natural to help you as well, so that you're not putting yourself in that, soup, if you will, of chemicals and things like that. And even looking at your personal care products, right? Is there something in there that maybe you've already had an inkling about, or that you're wanting to switch away from, or something like that? So it's just sitting today and seeing what comes up when you think about this word detoxification and what that means to you, and what you already might have an intuitive knowingness about as far as what needs to change or shift or go. So that's what that message is for today. Like I said, I hope you'll join me back here in a little bit. I'll be back on at noon Eastern time, and that will be 10 Mountain time. Oh, pardon me. And we will be talking about part 2 of how to go from fear to fab, so that you don't have to, get held back from pursuing your purpose. And today's training, if you will, that I'm going to be sharing with you is a really, really good one. I think you're going to like this technique, and it's a good one to have in your toolbox for those days when fear is knocking at the door, and you can be like, hey, I know what to do with you. And you reach into your toolbox and you're like, here it is. This is what I'm going to use, and we're going to wrangle this out. But yeah, so tune in today for that. And if you can't make it on live, the replay will be up on the page. You can come back later and check it out. So we'll see you in a little bit, and also back here tomorrow for another daily angel guidance message. Thanks.